InsideThunder.com. Powered by iHeartMedia, Oklahoma City.
Hi, I'm Randy Renner at Chesapeake Energy Arena. It was a heck of an individual showdown between James Harden and Russell Westbrook. Harden finished with 41 points. Russ ended up with 40 and a triple-double. In addition to those 40 points, he also had 11 rebounds and 13 assists. And it was a heck of a collective battle between the Rockets and the Thunder. The Rockets got the best of that one, too, 115 to 112. The Thunder, though, looked like that they were down for the count early in the fourth quarter when the Rockets went on a run, but the Thunder came storming back, tied the game at 100, and then still had a chance to at least tie it at the end, but things just did not go the Thunder's way tonight. They made too many mistakes. They turned the ball over a lot. They missed a ton of layups, and they also allowed the Rockets to really get into the paint. They scored, Houston scored 54 points in the paint on Sunday. I had a chance to talk with head coach Scott Brooks, Russell Westbrook, and Enes Kanter in the Thunder locker room.
A tough loss. A tough loss. Great atmosphere. Came out with a good start, and then I thought we turned the ball over too many times and had a lot of opportunities to finish around the rim. We didn't do a good job of finishing, catching, and finishing around the basket. And then they got hot, and then we were having trouble turning them off. But we fought. We battled throughout the game, gave ourselves a chance to win the last few possessions of the game. We missed some free throws. They made some. That was the ball game.
Oklahoman. Scott, you just mentioned some of those things, but it looks like these last 5 or 6 games, some of those little things are now creeping up and hurting you guys. Just how important are those going to be in these last 5 games while you guys are still hurt?
Yeah, extremely important. We're making mental mistakes that we have to do a better job of understanding the situation. And we talked about those things in the timeouts, and we have to be able to execute those. It's a problem the last few games, and we have to do a better job with that. But, we will keep teaching and keep figuring out ways to get better, but we have to be able to execute those situations.
Is there anything that you would attribute it to or why you think it's happening?
There's a few things that you can mention, but the bottom line is they're happening. We're all signed up to be professional basketball players, and we have to be able to execute those things down the stretch. It's really not just down the stretch, throughout the game. We have to do a better job.
What was the call on the last play, and what happened from what you saw?
Well, we knew that they were going to probably foul. They've done that in the past. I think Russell thought he was going to get fouled. I think he got pushed a little bit, but probably not much to get the call in that situation. And then it was going to be some other actions off of a driving kick. But there was many other plays throughout that game.
Andrew Gilman, Fox Southwest. Just a clarification on that last play. The reasoning for Morrow inbounding the ball, the action was to maybe get it back to him?
There's some actions, yeah.
At GallutHunter.NBA.com. After you guys tied it up at 100, what did you see defensively over the next few plays that could have been better executed on your end?
Well, we had a couple of switches that we didn't do a good job in, and we had another switch that we didn't jam the shooter. Harden made 2 big plays.
How tough did the foul trouble make it today? Kind of mix and match in lineup, specifically with the bigs.
It's very difficult. We have three bigs, and we need them to be on the court. We made some mistakes on those fouls that we should never committed, but that's what we're dealing with right now. Hopefully a few guys come back, but right now we have to make sure that we're very smart in our coverages, and so we don't put ourselves in foul situations. But those are things that experience will continue to help us. But right now, we still have to be able to do that with our depleted bigs.
It just says that we got some. At least we have some fight in us. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough.
Russ, in all these close games, Scott talked about just the missed finishing at the rim, some of the turnovers. How big of a difference are those little things making?
No, it's huge, especially now, playoff time.
Are you anticipating Brewer to take the foul on the last play?
He did. He did, actually.
Russ, with 5 games left, or 6 games left, how many are left? 5 games. You know that a lot can happen, so how important is it for you to stay locked in, to keep the team locked in, knowing that a lot of things can happen in the last 5?
That's important, but, I mean, talking doesn't do much. You got to play. You got to come out and play.
Were you surprised they didn't call the foul on Brewer there in the last minute moment?
Nah, man, I wasn't worried. They call, they don't, they don't.
So it looked like you guys played pretty good defense on Harden, but he was able to make some tough shots. Did you feel like you guys did play him the way you needed to?
He made some tough shots. Give him easy ones to start the game and some throughout the game, so he feels comfortable in the fourth. So.
That's what stood out to you about that last stretch there after you guys tied it up. What did they do well? What did you all need to do better as a group?
Well, I think it was the defense. I think they made some tough shots. Obviously, Harden made some of the tough shots, but I think we just have to do a better job closing the game, especially fourth quarter.
You guys did come back from 13 down. What fueled that run for you all?
Well, I think it was still the defense, and I think we did a really good job on defense and on pick and roll defense and our 2 nights. I think we protected the paint really well, but I think, like I said, we just have to finish the quarters, especially the fourth quarter.
How tough was it going inside there against Howard?
No, it wasn't that tough. I mean, he was just obviously a strong, good player, but it wasn't that tough.
I feel like you missed some shots you want back, basically, Chad?
Well, every day the shots are not going to go in, but you still can rebound the ball and just try to help the team win, and especially on the defensive end. Obviously it's going to be days like that. Your shots not going to go in offensively, but you just can do a better job on defensively. So.
How do you guys stay locked in to the playoff chase here?
I think we still locked in. We just have to stay together. We just have to. We just talked about it a couple minutes ago, but we just have. I think we still in a playoff push, and we just have to lock in and just stay together and just focus and just do what we need to do.
You get discouraged, frustrated over the way you played the last 3 games, going in, trying to make a playoff chase?
Well, of course, we weren't expecting like that. I think we just have to do a better job. We have 5 games left, and the 5 games I think are playoff games. That 5 games we just have to lock in, and we just have to be focused, and we just have to do whatever we can do and just give ourselves 100%.
What happened at the end there? Remind me, I couldn't really see, but
nothing serious. I'm just trying to get the board, and it was just little contact. Nothing serious.
And Scott had talked about mental mistakes today, missed foul shots, turnovers, not finishing around the rim. Why do you think those things are happening to you guys right now?
Well, I think we're gonna have days like that. I think especially today we turned the ball over a lot. We just have to cut on those turnovers, especially in the fourth quarter. But I think the main thing is we just have to focus on what we need to focus on and just do our thing. We cannot worry about what other teams are doing. We just have to worry about ourselves.
Enes Kanter, Russell Westbrook, and Scott Brooks after Sunday's game against the Rockets. The Thunder lose it 115 to 112. They continue the homestand. The San Antonio Spurs will be in here on Tuesday, and then the Thunder will play the Sacramento Kings on Friday. Of course, with the loss on Sunday, the Thunder drop back into a tie with the New Orleans Pelicans in the loss column, but that's not really a tie because the Pelicans have the tiebreaker. Their schedule is difficult also coming down to these last few games, so the hope is that the Pelicans will lose a few more. The Thunder come up with a couple of wins with now 5 games left to play. Keep it right here. We'll keep you updated at InsideThunder.com.